Good morning and welcome back to the show. Joining me now in the studio is Jimbo of the Precision Ski Shop right there on
Good morning.
Summit Boulevard in Frisco. Good morning. Happy New Year. Thank you for coming.
Another cold one.
It's another cold start to our day. My goodness. So you brought in a ski with us, but there isn't a second one. So I doubt we're talking about just skiing. We're talking about tuning today.
Right. You know, at Precision we do tons of tuning. You know, for recreational skiers, we maintain our high-end performance rentals. We tune them every time they come back in.
Great,
So
yeah.
every customer that's taking them out has a brand new ski basically to ski on. We tune lots of local athletes' skis and boards from Team Summit, as well as a lot of Grand Prix, World Cup.
Which the Grand Prix is coming up very soon.
Yeah,
Dew
tour. You know, I mean,
right.
we see
That's awesome.
we see our fair share of skis and boards, and we put a lot of effort into tuning. As you know, we've been at it for over 30 years. You know, so we have a good handle on it. You know, if you look at any of the commercials that we have running on TV, you can kind of see the investment we've got on machines and
Right. Yeah, we just
and
saw a
whatnot.
picture there a
They
little
do-
bit ago. The
yeah,
Montana
they do a
Crystal
beautiful
Glide,
job.
right?
Yeah.
And then just custom boot fitting, insoles that we've talked about in weeks past. And so really, I mean, anything that you're going to need to get set up for skiing on the hill, you're going to be able to take care of that at the shop.
You bet. And you know, one of the things that we sell along with boots and skis and all kinds of accessories and so on are some tools and supplies to take care of your skis or board in between coming in for a shop tune, and it's really pretty easy. You know, some people are worried about they'll wreck their skis, and it's hard to do if you just take a common sense approach. You know, the things that you need to address are wax on the base and burrs on your edge.
Right.
You know, and with the thinner snow that we've got, you know, just hard snow itself takes away the sharpness from the edge. But if you hit the occasional rock or stump or picnic table, whatever's out there, you know, it can rough the edges up. So,
Sure.
So what you want to do is try to get them back to being nice and smooth anyway. And if you run your finger down them, you can usually feel like the rough spots.
Okay.
And those are pretty easy to remove with a tool like this. This is called a diamond stone.
Gotcha.
You know, some people have them in their drawer for sharpening knives. It's basically the same thing. The idea is that if you can put this flat on the edge this way, you're not going to take away any of the sharpness. If anything, you'll add sharpness, and you know, just kind of massage back and forth the ski this way. You can see I'm just resting it, you know, flat on the edge and applying a little bit of pressure, and just go back and forth, and you'll smooth the edge. You know, for some people who maybe want a little bit more help, this is a tool holder that can hold a file or a diamond stone, and it just sits right on the edge, and then there's no mystery about.
And also
the
good if
angle
you want to
hold
try
it.
to put a different bevel on your edge, right?
Well, you know, that might be something more that you would do with a file or have
Gotcha.
us do
Okay.
in the shop. That's pretty hard to do with a stone.
Okay.
It's sort of like sanding down a tree with a piece of sandpaper.
Okay, I
You know,
gotcha, yeah.
you might need to start with something.
Now, with something like this, every once in a while when you go out on the hill, and if you're only kind of an infrequent, if you go maybe just once a week, you may notice some oxidation going on your edges. Would you recommend a stone like this to maybe remove some
Sure,
of that?
that'll take the rust or corrosion
Okay.
right off of the edge, and you know, basically you just tip to tail, you know, both edges on a snowboard. Of course, you only have two. You got four on a pair of skis,
right.
so you got a little bit more work
Yeah,
to do.
skiers just
Is it-
more maintenance.
If that doesn't make the edges sharp enough, you know, that when you go out and ski
You
and
can
you
use the
feel,
file you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, the file comes right in here, and you can use it. It's a little bit trickier when you're filing.
You'll feel the resistance in it. Right?
Yeah, and you really have to hold the ski securely because you're making the edges pretty sharp, and you could, you know, slip and maybe cut yourself or something like that. But normally you might have a vise, if you're doing sharpening with a
Okay.
file. But the stone works really well. I keep one in my pocket when I go skiing.
Sure.
If I hit a rock or
Okay.
something, I can smooth it out right on
Good
the
tip.
hill.
Yeah, when we're talking about, again, ways to take care of your equipment while in between shop tunes.
Right,
when
right.
you're
To
really
make
doing
the
an
edges
overhaul.
last longer
Right.
and
preserving. So you also brought in some wax. And what would you
that's
recommend
the other
for taking care of
ingredient,
ski
you
dog?
know, and that's something that should be done almost every day. Racers do it every day.
Okay.
Recreational skiers maybe every other day or every second day, something like
Got
that.
it.
You know, but there's a lot of easy ways to wax. The manufacturers of some of the supplies and
Yeah, it
materials.
looks like I can't screw something like this up too bad.
Yeah, it's
pretty easy
I mean,
application.
the one that you just grabbed, Ty. This is called F4.
Okay.
And this is a paste. You can see there it comes right out of the applicator.
Easy enough.
And all you have to do is just, rub it on the ski just like this.
Yep.
Let it dry, and away you go.
And it should be good to go for the day, huh?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what about temperature changes? You always hear about different temperature waxes and things like that, where it's going to be really cold in the morning, such as today, and then it's going to warm up and be sunnier later on.
Yeah.
How could this affect it?
These are called universal waxes, and they have a real broad range of temperature that they work within, so they'll be good for the most part. You're probably not going to win a World Cup race on something like this, but probably not very many people are heading to the World Cup
That's
scene.
true.
Here's another type of wax that's made just by another supplier. It's a little wet liquid like this, also with an applicator.
Got it. And just rubs on.
Yeah, and you can see that it has like a solvent in it to help evaporate.
Right. It
So
goes on pretty quick.
Yeah, so you've got there's a quick way to wax, and if you're more of a traditionalist and have a little bar of wax in your goodie bag, you can go ahead and just rub the wax on just like this, and then if you use this is like a Scotch-Brite scouring pad. You
Just
can
kind of buff it on.
Buff it on like so, or if you don't have that, use a
Just
paper towel.
All right.
And go right down and polish everything, and
Again,
ready to
simple
go,
tips in ways that it's going to be really difficult to ruin any of your equipment with these devices.
Yeah,
if
this
anything,
is
they're just going to
easy.
help them
Yeah.
and help out your edges and also prolong the life of your base. I mean, it sounds like
Yep.
it's going to just
This is
be-
something you can do
yeah.
in the comfort of your own studio,
Right.
or you can do it in the parking lot
bet.
outside the restaurant, mid mountain. I mean, it doesn't take much. You can slip this and this in your pocket,
yeah.
and away you go.
That's
know?
great. Well, you can find all these things at Precision Ski right on Summit Boulevard in Frisco. And remind us some of your hours when someone can drop in. For
Oh,
tuning.
we're open daily, 8 to 6.
Sounds good.
We vary the hours every once in a while. Like maybe for the Super Bowl, we might close early,
sure.
that sort of thing. But yeah, generally 8 to 6 every day, and we've got a plethora of great gear in there. We've got top rental skis from Atomic, Nordica, Rosenwald, Solomon, K2, Vocal.
all the top names.
We've got boots from half a dozen top manufacturers, all with a custom fitting theme. We make lots of insoles. We align people in their equipment. We even custom fit helmets and goggles. So
Is that right? Great.
Yeah, that's our forte, I guess.
There you are. Well, and again, they're located right across the street from Walmart, even to help you better locate where Precision Ski is on Summit Boulevard.
Right next to
in Frisco.
Cammy's
Right
Yogurt.
next to Cammy's.
Yeah,
There you go.
good
Easy
spot.
to find. And it's a great spot. So there you are. Drop on into Precision Ski. Get yourself set up for a great day of skiing right on the slopes. Jimbo, thanks again.
Hey,
as always.
thank you. See you on the hill.
You bet. Have a great weekend. And we're going to take another break and be right back with more Summit Sunrise. So don't go anywhere.